Look at me, I'm
NFL free agency, which officially kicks off 2018 league year, begins Wednesday, March 14th at 4 p.m. ET. Before then, however, we are into the league's legal tampering period, when the top unrestricted free agents can negotiate with any team on the open market. Here is a position-by-position roundup of rumors regarding the most notable potential signings and deals, including the many trades that already are set to become official. NFL free agency. Top 25 players. Best by position. Quarterbacks. Kirk Cousins is signing with the Vikings for an expected 3 years and $84 million, ESPN reports. Drew Brees was resigned by the Saints to a 2-year contract worth $50 million, ESPN reports. Case Keenum is signing with the Broncos for 2 years and $36 million, ESPN reports. Sam Bradford is signing with the Cardinals for 1 year and $20 million, per ESPN. A.J. McCarron is signing with the Bills for 2 years. Teddy Bridgewater is signing a 1-year deal with the Jets, ESPN reports. Alex Smith is being traded from the Chiefs to the Redskins. Tyrod Taylor is being traded from the Bills to the Browns. Josh McCown resigned with the Jets for 1 year at $10 million, per NFL Network. Ryan Fitzpatrick resigned with the Buccaneers. DeShone Kizer is being traded from the Browns to the Packers. Matt Castle was released by the Titans. They need a new backup for Marcus Mariota. Mike Glennon will sign with the Cardinals after the Bears release him, per NFL Network. Chase Daniel is signing with the Bears for 2 years at $10 million, per NFL Network. Trevor Siemian was traded from the Broncos to the Vikings to back up Cousins. Tom Savage, formerly of the Texans, was signed by the Saints. Running backs. Le'Veon Bell got franchise tagged by the Steelers and will get $14.5 million guaranteed for 2018 should he sign the tender. Dion Lewis, leaving the Patriots, is signing a 4-year deal worth $20 million with the Titans. Jerick McKinnon is signing with the 49ers for 4 years, $30 million per ESPN. Carlos Hyde is signing with the Browns for 3 years, $15 million per ESPN. Greater than more. Best free agency fits for Lewis. Doug Martin, released by the Buccaneers, is visiting the Raiders, per NFL Network. Jonathan Stewart, released by the Panthers, is signing with the Giants for 2 years and $6.9 million, per ESPN. DeMarco Murray, released by the Titans, is visiting the Lions, per ESPN. The Seahawks are also in his list. Isaiah Crowell, formerly of the Browns, is signing with the Jets for 3 years. Rex Burkhead resigned with the Patriots for 3 years. Chris Ivory, released by the Jaguars, signed a 2-year, $5.5 million with the Bills. Danny Woodhead was released by the Ravens. Anthony Sherman, a top blocking fullback, was resigned by the Chiefs. Wide receivers. Allen Robinson will leave the Jaguars for the Bears. ESPN reports Robinson will sign with Chicago for 3 years and $42 million. Jarvis Landry, franchise tagged by the Dolphins, is being traded to the Browns. Sammy Watkins agreed to terms with the Chiefs on a 3-year, $48 million deal, per multiple reports. Josh Gordon, an exclusive rights free agent, was resigned by the Browns for 1 year and $790,000. Jordy Nelson was released by the Packers, per ESPN. The Raiders have interest, the Las Vegas Review-Journal reports. Donte Moncrief is leaving the Colts and will sign with the AFC South rival Jaguars for 1 year and $7 million, per ESPN. Paul Richardson is leaving the Seahawks for a 5-year, $40 million deal from the Redskins, per NFL Network. Albert Wilson is leaving the Chiefs after agreeing on a 3-year, $24 million deal with the Dolphins, per multiple reports. John Brown is leaving the Cardinals to sign with the Ravens for 1 year at $5 million, multiple reports. Ryan Grant is signing with the Ravens for 4 years and $29 million, per NFL Network. Danny Amendola is leaving the Patriots and signing with the Dolphins for 2 years and $12 million, per ESPN. Marquise Lee was resigned by the Jaguars for 4 years and $38 million. Torrey Smith is being traded from the Eagles to the Panthers. Taylor Gabriel is joining Robinson and Bears, per WSB-TV in Atlanta. Jeremy Maclin was released by the Ravens. Tight ends Jimmy Graham is leaving the Seahawks and joining the Packers on a 3-year deal with $30 million, ESPN reports. Best free agency fits for Graham. Tyler Eifert is fully healthy as he prepares to leave the Bengals. Trey Burton will leave the Eagles and join Robinson and the Bears, signing for 4 years and $32 million, per NFL Network. Eric Ebron was released by the Lions. Julius Thomas was released by the Dolphins. Austin Seferian-Jenkins might stay with the Jets, but the Seahawks and Falcons are interested, CBS Sports reports. Ed Dickson is an option for the Dolphins, per the Miami Herald. The Falcons are also interested, per ESPN. Cameron Brate, a restricted free agent, resigned with the Buccaneers for 6 years and $40.8 million. Brent Selleck was released by the Eagles. Derek Carrier is signing with the Raiders, per NFL Network. Darren Fells is signing with the Browns for 3 years and $12 million. Virgil Green is leaving the Broncos for the Chargers. Offensive lineman LG Andrew Norwell is due rich to the Panthers but not so for the Jaguars. ESPN reports Norwell is signing a 5-year, $66.5 million deal with Jacksonville. Lieutenant Nate Solder is set to leave the Patriots, signing with the Giants on a 4-year deal worth $62 million. Lieutenant Joe Thomas is retiring from the Browns. C.G. Weston Richburg is leaving the Giants to join the 49ers on a 5-year deal, ESPN reports. Chris Hubbard is signing a 5-year, $37.5 million deal with the Browns. Lieutenant Cordy Glenn is being traded from the Bills to the Bengals. Ryan Jensen, the top free agent at his position, might be too expensive for the Ravens to keep. RG Josh Klein was resigned by the Titans for 4 years and $26 million. Zach Fulton is leaving the Chiefs to sign with the Texans. Brandon Fusco is signing with the Falcons for 3 years and $12.75 million. Senio Kelumet is signing with the Texans for 3 years and $12 million. Joe Berger is likely to re-sign with the Vikings should he not retire. Marshall Newhouse was released by the Raiders. Austin Howard was released by the Ravens. Donald Stevenson is signing with the Browns on a 2-year deal, per NFL Network. Defensive lineman DT and Ndamukong is being released by the Dolphins. The Cowboys would be a great fit for him. DT Sheldon Richardson still has a chance to return to the Seahawks. DeMarcus Lawrence was franchise tagged by the Cowboys. Ezekiel Ansah was franchise tagged by the Lions. DT star Lotulelei is leaving the Panthers to join the Bills on a 5-year deal, ESPN reports. DeMichael Bennett is being traded from the Seahawks to the Eagles. Muhammad Wilkerson, cut by the Jets, is signing with the Packers, per ESPN. Danny Shelton is being traded from the Browns to the Patriots. Robert Quinn is being traded from the Rams to the Dolphins. Halo Nata, formerly of the Lions, is headed to the Eagles on a 1-year deal. Justin Eller was resigned by the Raiders at 3 years, $15 million. Julius Peppers was resigned by the Panthers for 1 year and $5 million. Daquan Jones was resigned by the Titans. Chris Baker signed a 1-year deal with the Bengals. Kyle Williams resigned with the Bills for 1 year and $6 million, per NFL Network. Chris Smith is signing with the Browns for 3 years and $14 million, per NFL Network. Deshaun Rain is leaving the Bears to sign with the Buccaneers for 3 years and $10.5 million. Bo Allen is signing to start with the Buccaneers, leaving the Eagles. Linebackers ILB Avery Williamson is leaving the Titans to sign with the Jets for 3 years and $22.5 million, per multiple reports. ILB Anthony Hitchens is leaving the Cowboys to sign with the Chiefs. NFL Network reports OLB Nigel Bradham was resigned by the Eagles for 5 years and $40 million. ILB Alec Ogletree is being traded from the Rams to the Giants. OLB Devin Kennard is signing with the Lions for 3 years and $18.75 million, per NFL Network. ILB Todd Davis is re-signing with the Broncos for 3 years and $15 million. ILB Demario Davis is signing with the Saints for 3 years and $24 million. OLB Trent Murphy is signing with the Bills for 3 years and $21 million. Cornerbacks Richard Sherman, released by the Seahawks, signed with the 49ers for 3 years and $39 million. Malcolm Butler is signing with the Titans for 5 years and $61 million, ESPN reports. Aqib Talib is being traded from the Broncos to the Rams. Marcus Peters is being traded from the Chiefs to the Rams. Trumaine Johnson is signing with the Jets. Bashaud Breeland is too expensive for the Redskins, but he's signing with the Panthers for 3 years and $24 million, per NFL Network. Nickel Roby-Coleman will stay with the Rams and play the slot between Talib and Peters, re-signing for 3 years and $15.75 million, per NFL Network. E.J. Gaines, who shined with Bills, is a fallback for the Texans, per the Houston Chronicle. Patrick Robinson is a priority re-sign by the Eagles, but the Giants are also interested, per NJ Advance Media. Kyle Fuller got the transition tag from the Bears. Kendall Fuller is being traded from the Redskins to the Chiefs. Patrick Robinson is leaving the Eagles to go back to the Saints for 4 years and $20 million. Prince Amukamara was resigned by the Bears for 3 years and $27 million. Aaron Colvin is leaving the Jaguars for a 4-year deal worth $34 million from the Texans, per ESPN. Brent Grimes was resigned to a 1-year deal worth $10 million by the Buccaneers. T.J. Carey is leaving the Raiders for the Browns on a 3-year deal worth $31 million. Damarius Randall is being traded from the Packers to the Browns. Darryl Worley is being traded from the Panthers to the Eagles. Sam Shields, formerly of the Packers, signed with the Rams. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie was released by the Giants. He has interest from the Redskins, per NFL Network. Jeremy Lane and Deshaun Sheed were released by the Seahawks. Sheed signed with the Lions for 1 year. Nevin Lawson resigned with the Lions for 2 years and $9.2 million. DJ Hayden is signing with the Jaguars for 3 years and $19 million. Safeties, LaMarcus Joyner was franchise tagged by the Rams. Tyrann Mathieu is being released by the Cardinals, per Fox's Jay Glazer. Bradley McDougald was resigned by the Seahawks for 3 years and $13.95 million, per NFL Network. Gert Coleman, released by the Panthers, signed with the Saints for 3 years and $18 million. Tavon Wilson resigned with the Lions for 2 years and $7 million, per ESPN. Mike Mitchell was released by the Steelers. Kickers, Graham Garner was resigned by the Panthers for 4 years and $18 million. Matt Bryant was resigned by the Falcons for 3 years and $10.5 million. Adam Vinatieri was resigned by the Colts for 1 year and $3.625 million. Ryan Succop was resigned by the Titans for 5 years and $20 million. Dustin Hopkins was resigned by the Redskins for 3 years and $6.875 million. Giorgio Tavecchio was resigned by the Raiders. Cody Parkey is signing with the Bears. Punters, Shane Lechler was resigned by the Texans for 1 year and $2 million. Jeff Locke was signed by the 49ers. Brad Wing was released by the Giants.